Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another 4K and Blu-ray collection update and unboxing. If y'all don't know me, my name is David, and I review movies over at CinemaDeviant.com. I started doing this as a way to give people a heads up as to what's coming out now and in the upcoming weeks as far as 4Ks and Blu-rays go. Now, I haven't done one of these in a while. I've been so swamped with everything known to man, but I'm gonna see if we can knock out a whole bunch of these right now, and then I'm gonna try to do another one very soon, and some other kind of cool videos that I've been wanting to do for quite a bit. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First up is Mortal, right here, starring Nat Wolff. Fantastic movie. This movie is a little bit left field, I'll say. You're not gonna expect what is happening in this movie. A quick rundown. It has to do with a guy that just shows up out of nowhere, and he has these like electrical powers. I don't want to spoil the cool little reveal in it, but it's quite interesting. And I think I will say that if you dig Marvel movies, superhero movies in general, you'll really dig this one quite a bit. Very surprising. It was great from beginning to end. There was hardly any slowdown whatsoever. Fantastic performances, especially from Nat Wolff himself. But really good movie right here, Mortal. All right, and here's the back here in case you guys don't know what it's about. I'm using a new setup here, so forgive me if I'm a little wonky with what I'm doing. All right, let's go ahead and pop this open. All right, so it does come with digital copy. And then here we have the disc here. Some nice disc art right there. Fantastic, just like the cover there. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Mortal. And this one is out now from Lionsgate. Like I said, I think you'll really dig it. If you're into superhero movies, you'll kind of like what's going on in it. I'll say that. But fantastic movie. Really highly recommend it. Next up, we have Westworld on 4K Ultra HD. It does have 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital copy included. So you can see here. Now, Westworld is one of my favorite shows. I've watched it since the very beginning, and I hadn't seen this season. So I caught up, or I rewatched, I'll say, the second season just to kind of remind myself what was going on. And this season started very differently. Not like how I expected anyway. I know Aaron Paul was included in this season, so I was like, okay, I'm an Aaron Paul fan. I wanted to see, what's going on with him in the show. And again, completely like off the wall, started out just very odd to me. I was used to the first two seasons and the Western slash sci-fi, aspect of it. Then it would just, this season was totally just sci-fi, which I love a good sci-fi show, a good sci-fi movie, but it wasn't what I was used to. So it took, honestly, and I'll be perfectly honest, it took a little bit for me to get into the show, into the season. But as soon as I did, oh my God, it blew my mind. This is one show that I want to continue, as long as they can anyway. And I'm curious now as to how this show was very different, or this season was very different, how they're going to pull it off for future seasons and what they're going to do. So I'm very curious. Cannot wait to see more. Fantastic show. Here goes the back here in case you guys don't know what it's about. I don't know if you can read that. It's kind of small. Right there. All right. And it does have special features as well. And again, I can't recommend this show enough. If you've never seen Westworld, you gotta see Westworld. It does come in this cool slipcase here, which I dig quite a bit. It's a real hard slipcase, and it is on 4K. 4K picture quality looks amazing. Everything is done like fantastically. I think the clarity is amazing. Black levels are good. There's a lot of like dark moments. And even in those dark moments, you can't see what's going on in the background and things like that. does come with digital copy. Now, it also comes with an episode guide. And if you know me, you know I love episode guides. They're just handy little things to include in a set, you know? So here we have Westworld Disc 1 and Disc 2. And Disc 3. And that's, let me see here. And then, okay. Sorry. So there's 1, 2, and 3 in 4K. And then 1, 2, and 3 in Blu-ray. And I love that they're including the Blu-rays in with the set as well, because, yeah, you know, maybe you want to upgrade to 4K at some point. You don't have a 4K setup right now at the moment. And this is a cool little option, you know, to have both in one set. Really, really cool. And this one is out. Sorry. This one is out now. It's from Back and Spine from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. You can see there. All right. Really, really, again, really well done show. That's another show that I cannot recommend enough. But fantastic. Fantastic performances all around as well. Now, this one was one that I had been waiting on for quite a bit. And I'm glad that they finally released it. And that's Popeye on Blu-ray. This is the first time on Blu-ray. And this is Popeye starring, the live-action Popeye starring Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. I grew up watching this movie. I still remember, I don't know where you guys grew up at, but typically here in Texas, they would have like these Sunday morning like movies. Like after the cartoons ended on Saturday and Sundays, they would show just movies, you know, just typical movies like you would always see. This one was one that was always like a staple. Like they always showed it constantly. And I have fond memories of watching Popeye sitting in my living room, you know, just on the floor and just watching on a big console TV kind of thing. But fantastic movie. God, what year did this come out? 1980. This was, I don't want to date myself, so I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, it does come with digital copy. I was going to say the year that I was born. And then here we go. Here goes Popeye over here on Blu-ray. No discard or anything like that. But that's all right. Again, I just love this movie so much that I don't even care if it has discard. First time on Blu-ray, so I'm not going to complain. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Popeye. And this one is out now from Paramount. And crazy enough, like it being on HD like this, it looks amazing. It looks so good. God. Anyway, I highly recommend picking that one up as well. It's not really that expensive either. Okay, so next up, I have right here a box set of a show that I'm so excited to own now. I've been wanting to own some of these, you know, episodes at least for quite a while. Finally, have the whole series on Blu-ray, and that is The Flintstones. The Flintstones is one show that it's, I don't want to say almost like a staple in this house, but anytime that it's on, we watch episodes. They have like a little mini marathon or something. The family just all sits down and just watches them. This is another show that I have really fond memories of, and just sitting down on Saturday morning and just watching cartoons as a kid on the floor, on the couch, whatever. And I'm so glad to finally own this whole series right here. Now, the back here, it does say it includes 2 bonus movies, which is the Flintstones and the WWE Stone Age SmackDown, which I'm like so about. And then The Man Called Flintstone, which actually was really good. I dig that one quite a bit. It also includes something very interesting that I didn't know, but it actually includes the first pilot episode of the show, which, again, when I was going through it, I didn't know that I was watching the pilot episode, and everything just seemed kind of odd to me, like a little off. So I was like, what is this? I had to go into the guide here that's inside, that's included, and see what it was. And sure enough, I was like, oh my God, it's a pilot episode. I'm like, I was kind of floored. I'm a big nerd for like pilot episodes and like unreleased episodes and things like that. It's just, to me, something like that's just very fascinating. But so glad. I've been going through this for quite a bit. It's been on my desk, and I've been kind of going through it little by little with my son. he gets very, very excited over the Flintstones as well. So that was a cool little, I guess, thing to share with him. Let's go ahead and pop this open. All right. So one case does have seasons 1 through 3, and then the other one has 4 through 6. Let's go ahead and go through 1 through 3 first. Does include a cool episode guide, which again, I love episode guides. They're coming handy so much. Really, really nice. All right. And then we have, now they don't say what seasons each disc are or what seasons they're a part of, but I'm sure, I think in the menus, they do have that. So, is disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, and disc 5. And this is for seasons 1 through 3. All right. And then we have 4 through 6 here, which includes disc 6, disc 7, disc 8, disc 9, and disc 10. Right there, all 10 discs. I haven't watched every single episode, but I've seen quite a bit of them, to the point where, I mean, me and my son are just singing the theme song all the time now. It's stuck in our head. But good God, does this set look beautiful? Just on standard Blu-ray, it just looks so crisp and clean, and I love the restoration that they did on it. So good. Highly recommend if you love the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. If you love old cartoons in general, really good set to own. And this one is out now from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. All right, next up, we have one of my favorite movies of all time from one of my favorite directors of all time, and that is Mallrats, right here. And this is the Arrow video release of Mallrats. And dare I say, I think this could be the definitive version of this release, of this movie, just because it includes so much. Arrow always goes above and beyond with their releases and what they do with their releases. And good God, is this one just exceptional. I love it. Here goes the back here, in case you guys don't know what it's about. And all that it includes there, as you can see, so much. And it includes so many cuts of this film. It does have the theatrical cut, the extended cut, and the TV cuts of this movie. Now, I didn't get to see the TV cuts, but I remember watching it on TV a couple of times. And if that's the one that I'm thinking of, then that's going to be pretty funny to watch. Because I sounds weird, but I love TV cuts of movies, just for the simple fact that you get to see where they maybe like redubbed some like vulgar moments and things like that. So I think if that's the cut that I'm thinking about, that one's going to be really fun to watch. The extended cut of this movie is surprisingly really good. Typically whenever they say, okay, it's an extended cut, I'm like, okay, a couple of scenes are extended. This one has a whole like new side story that's embedded throughout the movie, which I had never seen before, and it kind of blew my mind. I think I remember seeing like one of the scenes at some point that had gotten cut out, and this restores all those scenes in the movie. So you have this completely new like subplot, I guess you could say, or different version of the plot throughout the movie, which was really cool to watch. And then the theatrical cut is the one that you've probably seen before, if anything. But really funny movie. Kind of sort of shaped my teenagehood, I guess you could say. But fantastic movie. And then the artwork looks phenomenal on there as well. Looks really nice. Let's go ahead and pop this open. Does include this cool booklet here. Arrow always, again, like I said, goes above and beyond. This is those Magic Eye booklets. See, can anybody see anything? Let me know in the comments. It does, again, have this really cool booklet. Has a bunch of production notes and stories about the film. Really nice. And then, of course, Stan Lee right there. It says for Stan. God. Anyway, really cool release Pretty impressed by this. And the other thing that I thought was really impressive was this poster that's included. And if you've seen the movie, you know what this is. It's the blueprints for Jay and Silent Bob's plan. But really cool. So that's one. And then we have the other one here on the reverse side, which is really cool. Love this. I thought, again, nice touch. I thought this was a nice touch to include in the release here. And then we have a little postcard from Arrow. And then we have the theatrical cut with some nice disc art. And then the extended cut and the TV cut right here with some nice disc art as well. And then, of course, as always, Arrow does the phenomenal job of doing some reversible artwork. You have the actual poster art there. And it looks like it's like an old comic book. So again, nice touch. Love it. I really do like this. As much as I really like this artwork, I do love the newly commissioned artwork. I think a bit more. It looks really nice. But fantastic. And then, again, the front, back, and spine for Mallrats. And this one is out now from Arrow Video. God, man. Arrow's killing it. Killing the game. I'm telling you. All right, next up, we have something that I get called in this house, I'll say, a nerd about. Quite a bit. But I watched it and I thought it was amazing. And that's Star Trek Picard. I thought this show was really good. And I get called a nerd about it because for some reason in this house, everybody loves I guess my family here are more Star Wars fans. I love both. But the moment I say Star Trek, they're, oh, come on. That's so nerdy. Like, give me a break. What's Star Wars? Anyway, but fantastic show. I love it. I have been wanting to see this for quite a bit. I don't have CBS All Access, so I wasn't able to watch it. I think I watched the first episode actually online, and I thought it was amazing. This is Picard is actually one of my favorite, and first I should say Star Trek shows that I saw in full as a kid. And he's one of my favorite captains from all the Star Trek. Him and Janeway, I think, are my favorites. But I was kind of hoping, or I was kind of weary, I guess you could say, about them revisiting Picard, and I thought they ended it so good, and his legacy was all there even with the movies, that I was kind of skeptical of how the show was gonna, I guess, reach that peak again. And my God, that they did. This show is essentially Picard's version of Logan, I guess you could say. And it was so well done, so well acted, and it has me. It had me going back to feeling like a kid again and watching Picard, like, just aboard a starship. And it was so good. I cannot wait to season 2. It's going to be so amazing. But fantastic show all around. Here goes the back here. If you guys have seen it, let me know your thoughts on it. I'm very curious because again, all the people around me are very much Star Wars fans. Not a lot of people that I know personally like Star Trek. Like I said, I love both. But Star Trek was my first love, I guess you could say. But let's pop this open. It does have like a novelization of it as well. And then we have, let's see here, disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, and is that it? Oh, I thought there was 4 discs, but yeah, disc 3. Now, it is kind of cool that they actually included an episode guide in the back there. In case you guys were wondering, you could probably see through it through the case, but I love that again that they do stuff like this. Paramount kind of typically does episode guides like that on the actual cover art, but in the reverse side of the cover art. But let's see here. Let's see if I can pop this back in without ripping anything. All right, and then here we have the front, back, and spine for Star Trek Picard Season 1. And like I said, this one is out now from Paramount. So, how many of you like Star Trek out there? You got to let me know in the comments. I don't want to feel like I'm the loner here. And if so, who's your favorite captain? That's another thing I'm very, very curious about. Next up, we have a movie that, good God, do I love so much. And I hadn't seen it in quite a while. And that is Collateral. On 4K Ultra HD. Does have 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy included. And it's starring Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. Now, again, I love this movie so much. It's a Michael Mann movie. I love the look and feel of his movies, just all around. And like I said, I haven't seen this one in quite a while. And then to see it again on 4K was nice. Like, beautiful, beautiful picture. A lot of it takes place at night, so it's pretty dark. And the black levels kind of again, they're adjusted just quite a bit to where you can adjust them on your own as well. But they're there quite a bit so where you can see everything that's going, even just the trash cans that are lingering in the background and things like that. So that's really cool as well. But God, the picture looks amazing. There's some film grain here and there, and that's to be expected, I guess, a little bit, but nothing too crazy, nothing that's gonna bother you so much. But good God, does Tom Cruise give a performance of a lifetime here? I love it. One of my favorite movies, and now it's not Oscar worthy, it's not an Oscar worthy movie, but it's so good, so fun to watch. I was watching it the other day on the projector, and it looks fantastic. My wife kind of came in as I was watching. She's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Oh, Collateral." She's like, "I've never seen it before." And next thing you know, she caught a glimpse of something, and she ended up sitting down and watching the whole movie with me. So it's that kind of movie. Here goes the back here in case you guys don't know what it's about. Fantastic. It does have the special features on there as well. But really fun watch. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend checking it out. It does come with digital copy. And then here we have, there goes Collateral on 4K on this side. And then Blu-ray, or 4K on this side, Blu-ray on this side. There you go. And then there goes the front, back, and spine for Collateral. And on 4K Ultra HD, and this one is out now from Paramount. So really, really good. Oh, man. Next up, we have one that I received in the mail a while back as well. And I got a little bummed out. It's Top Gun on 4K Ultra HD. It is in a steelbook, 4K Ultra HD steelbook from Paramount. Now, I've already reviewed this movie before in the other in another video. I'll see if I can link this one, link it down in the description if I remember. I always forget. But it came with a big old like ding, it got crushed right there. I don't know if you could see it. I tried to bend it back a little bit, but yeah, it's it's like a big old bend too. Let me see. Oh, there you go. You can get a better view of it right there. Breaks my heart whenever that happens. But anyway, film looks great on 4K, and it's a fun movie to watch. When I initially saw it, I hadn't seen it in quite a while. So yeah, I mean, it's all around great. Like I said, if you want my full thoughts on it, check out the other video. But let me go ahead and take this J card off. Put this over here, and then here we have the front here. So the artwork. Really nice artwork. That's why I was really bummed out. I'm an artwork kind of guy. So, man, just seeing that big old ding over here and then beautiful artwork on the front bummed me out quite a bit. And then here goes the back here, which is fantastic. Let's go and pop this open. And we do have the disc on 4K. And then the disc on Blu-ray here. Really, really nice. And then the interior artwork, which is nice as well. You know me with interior artwork, good steelbook release has to have some really good interior artwork for it to be like complete for me, I guess you could say. But really, really nice. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Top Gun. And this is the 4K steelbook. And this one is out now from Paramount as well. Really, really nice. But such a bummer. Let's go put this over here. All right, next up. We're almost done, guys. Next up, this is a good one. And it might be good just for me, because maybe only I remember these movies. It's a 2-pack. It's a double feature for Big Bully and Wrongfully Accused. Good God, have I seen these movies so many times growing up. Like I said, I've said it before, that me and my friends used to just go out and rent a whole bunch of like comedies, horror movies, and things like that. These were the comedies that we rented like all the time. We would rent them over and over and over again just because they were so funny. And they're very innocent. They're very innocent comedies. Leslie Nielsen is the freaking king of parodies. And this is a really great parody of that Harrison Ford movie. I can't remember what it's called right off the top of my head. But you know, the one where he's in the sewer drain and he jumps off. And yeah, it's a parody of that movie. But anyway, Big Bully. Big Bully is the one that I really want to talk about. That's a fun one. I love Rick Moranis. I love me some Rick Moranis. And I love Tom Arnold, especially in this movie specifically. Their chemistry is unmatched. And seeing them go back and forth with each other and banter and just, you got to see it. It's so good. If you've never seen Big Bully, that's one that I highly, highly recommend. It's such a fun movie. You'll run through the whole movie and you'll be like, oh my God, it's over already? That was very quick. But anyway, here goes the back here, in case you've never seen it before. God, such a great movie. I could go on and on about that movie, but I won't, okay? It does come in digital copy. And they do come in, it does come in one disc, which sometimes the compression for the movies does suffer quite a bit if there's two movies in one, two feature-length movies in one disc. I didn't really see anything like that here with these two, but it's always a possibility whenever you do. You don't want too much data on one disc because, again, the compression suffers, the picture suffers in that case. Like I said, I didn't see anything like that with this one, but beware. I guess beware whenever you see those like double, triple packs where they put all three movies on one disc. You could see some suffering in picture quality. But here goes the front, back, and spine for Big Bully and Wrongfully Accused. The comedy double feature. And this one is out now from Mill Creek Entertainment. This one's so good. So fun. Yeah. Anyway, lastly, we have Beverly Hills Cop on 4K Ultra HD. Does have 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy. Starring Eddie Murphy here. These Beverly Hills Cop movies were one of my favorites growing up. I've seen them all numerous times. This one was quite a shocker to see that it was being released on 4K. So I was like, okay, I got to check this one out and see what's up. It looks really good. There are moments. I've always said with some of these older movies, you do see some film grain, which is it's gonna happen. It's not crazy, except for there were a few moments where the film grain like just amped up for some odd reason, and I tried changing some settings on my setup and everything like that, and it didn't make any difference. So I'm not sure if it's the transfer or anything, but other than that, those like I think it was like 2 maybe 3 moments. I didn't have any problem with it, and the rest of the movie looked great. It looked crisp, looks amazing, and it's such a good comedy action movie. My favorite is part 3. And I'm hoping that if they're releasing part 1, that they release 2 and 3 on 4K at some point anyway. But damn, such a good movie. And here goes the back here in case you guys don't know what it's about. And the special features are there as well. And let's go ahead and pop this open. So if you have this movie on 4K, that was the one thing that I wanted to ask. If you guys have this movie on 4K, let me know if you experience the same thing. I'm very, very curious because I'm hoping that it's not my settings here. So let me know if you're experiencing something like that, or anyway. But it does come with digital copy. And then here goes Beverly Hills Cop on 4K. And then on Blu-ray over here. No discard or anything like that, but that's all right. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Beverly Hills Cop on 4K Ultra HD. Does come out, or it is out now, from Paramount. All right. So there you have it. Everything that I have so far in this stack. There's still like another 2 stacks, plus again other things that I want to be doing. I want to do some videos on. So again, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you dug it or found it informative in any way. There will be links down in the description below if you want to pick up any of these titles from there. You don't have to, but it does help out the channel quite a bit if you do. With all that being said, we'll catch you next time.